Hello and welcomes back everyone, AnthWolf here with more Star Wars The Old Republic, playing as Malcolm the Smuggler here on behalf of the Galactic Republic. We are here, we've just arrived on the planet known as Ord Mantell, and we are in Dreliad Village right now. Just in the northern part of the planet itself. Now before we actually get into the gameplay, I did promise I would get more into the game mechanics of the Smuggler, as well as our reasons for being here, and basically just some miscellaneous information, just so everyone knows what's going on. So the first things first, obviously you noticed I had updated my interface editor at the very beginning. That's because I wanted to move all my skills around. I wanted to have a larger window while having available hotkeys or quick action bars for me to use certain abilities later on as we unlock them. Obviously our character here, with his available health and energy, which is his almost mana pool, I suppose you could call it. He uses a bar of energy similar to the Imperial Agent, and certain abilities use energy and then it requires a recharge, and depending on how low you let it go, it'll take longer to recover. So at the moment we're regenerating 5 energy per second, and it's recharging very fast. Those 4 ticks there tell you how fast in general it's recovering, but later on I'll try and draw it down and you'll see it recovers a lot slower if we let it go down too far. Right, obviously let's have a look at our quick skills that are available to us that we started with. We started with obviously the Flurry of Bolts, the most standard attack. It doesn't require any energy. And we have Charged Burst. Fires a series of powerful blasts for 80 to 101 weapon damage. Fires both blasters if dual wielding. That's for if you decide to go on the advanced class of the Gunslinger. Of course we have Thermal Grenade as well. Deals 56 to 63 kinetic damage to the primary target and a certain amount of damage to up to 7 standard or weak enemies within 5 meters. If the primary target is a standard or weak enemy, it is knocked to the ground, which is quite nice. We also have this ability, Take Cover. Roll into the selected cover point. If no cover available is present, you will crouch in place. Taking cover enables the use of cover-only abilities, and as long as you remain down behind a cover object, most ranged attackers strike your cover instead. So I'll show the aspect of cover later on. If you're playing as a gunslinger, it's much more important, but I'm planning to go down the route of the Scoundrel, and obviously we will have a different playstyle in mind entirely, but it's there if we need it. We don't actually need that ability though. If I just click on my middle mouse button, I drop into cover right there, and when you drop into cover, a cover quick bar appears. So I'm going to have to be reorganizing that as well, but we don't need this ability. Obviously we have our rocket boost, which is one of our legacy items. Oh, and there you go. Took a while to activate there. Allowing us to travel at 130% of our speed for I think it's about 12 seconds. Yeah, 12 seconds. Oh, 110% of our speed. I thought it was 130. But it can be used indoors as well, unlike Speeder will unlock later on. And we have our Recuperate ability. If we're low on energy or low on health, we can use this ability and it regenerates a lot faster. Of course, it can't be used in combat. Now while that's cool and all, and that's the standard for the Smuggler, because Malcolm is a little bit vain, I give him a unique item for just as another way of regenerating your health and energy, called HYG9 Vanity Chamber. And instead of using our normal Recuperate ability, we have this little thing. That could get annoying after a while, but I thought why not, we might as well mess around a bit. Of course, we have Lucky Shots, which is our 60-minute buff for this class. Increases the target's critical hit chance by 5% for 60 minutes if the target is in a group. All other group members are also affected. Now if I click on this, because we always want to keep this up, why not? I've actually gained 2 more buffs. One from, I think that's the Jedi Knight buff, and I believe this is the Commando buff. Now, I haven't completed a Jedi Knight or Commando up to Chapter 2 when these are traditionally unlocked, but I have completed Chapter 2 for my Bounty Hunter and my Sith Warrior, so I think I've gained the equivalent for my Smuggler class. So we've also gained a melee, ranged, force and tech bonus damage and healing increased by 5%, and endurance is increased by 5%, so we have 3 out of the 4 classes buffs now, which last 60 minutes. All I would need was either a Jedi Counselor or a Sith Inquisitor's buff and we'd have the full set, which is very nice. Looking into our character profile here, the 2 primary stats we want to concern ourselves with in this main list here is Cunning. For smugglers and Imperial agents, Cunning is the most important stat. The others don't give you as much bonus, more because Strength deals with melee damage, whereas Cunning deals with range damage bonus and critical chance, and tech damage and critical chance. And of course Endurance is important as well because that obviously helps our maximum health. So yeah. Any armors we're looking for will want to have a high amount of Cunning as our primary stat and a reasonable amount of Endurance. Anything else can basically go to anyone else, either in our party at the time, say if we're doing a flashpoint, or basically if it's of rare enough quality I might put it on the Galactic Trade Network, which is this MMO's equivalent of the auction house or the marketplace. Here's our various armor slots here. Of course we're not wearing a great deal right now. We are only able to wear medium armor as a smuggler. That's a boat, and that doesn't change when we get to choose our advanced class at level 10. Medium armor, and as I say, the other only class that wears medium armor is the Jedi Sentinel, the dual wielding lightsaber user. But obviously their primary stat will be strength, whereas ours is cunning. So we'll have to keep an eye on that in case we pick up any medium armor that isn't actually for us. And I think that's about it. Let me just check my notes because I wrote a few things last night after I finished my introduction video. Nope. That's most of the things I wanted to go in for. You'll notice that the music might be a little low. Obviously if I go into my preferences here, I've only knocked it down to 20%. That's because there is some issues with copyright on some of the music, especially when you're in battle. So I've turned it down just to try and avoid that, obviously. Let's see, what else have we got here? Oh yes, let's look at our inventory. It's rather full, you might notice. This is because I sent items over to myself from my other characters. So I have some level 3 armor to wear, level 5, level 7 and level 9. When it gets to level 11, I believe it is, I should have, obviously, item modifications in my mailbox, similar to what this is over here, that I can send myself, and this is my customizable gear which I'll be wearing for the foreseeable future. It is the Shrewd Rascal's armor, all the way through. This is kind of what it looks like. Of course we have our cowboy hat as well. We probably won't be wearing the hat so much. We will wear it, but we can hide the helmet slot. And that's what we'll probably end up doing. But yeah. And also we have our unique and customizable blaster pistol there as well. Obviously we'll have to keep these until we're level 11, but that shouldn't take too long. So yeah. That'll be us in the foreseeable future. We have a load of idols and titles here. Most of these are given to us for having purchased the expansions or being, say, a founder. So we'll unlock these right now. Also we have some pets here who can travel around with us. I don't normally go in for the pets, but these were in my mailbox, so I might as well unlock them and they'll be there. in case I ever feel like having them wander around behind me. And of course we have a few experience boosters here. We also have the Dr. Obrob's Hutt Hollow statue. This acts as a class trainer. So each time I level up I can summon him. He's up there for 60 seconds. And if I have any new skills available, or if any of my current skills are available to rank up, I can check them through this hollow statue. There is certain class trainers on each of the planets who do the same job, but this is just more convenient for me. So yeah, I think that's pretty much covered everything I want to go in for. So before we get ourselves away, let's have a look at what we're up to here in Ord Mantell. As you saw in the introduction, we had obviously the scroll up screen. Here on the planet Ord Mantell, which you can't see a great deal of at the moment, it is a Republic controlled planet, but at the moment there's a battle, as you probably hear the gunfire going on in the background, by groups of separatists, whether for their own reasons or because they're supported by the Sith Empire. They want to break away from the Republic, and so this entire planet is pretty much a mess right now. And of course Malcolm here is doing a bit of gun running. Probably not the most legal of businesses, but he thought he'd make a quick buck, make some credits. And so he's come to this planet. Unfortunately, upon landing and handing off the weapons to his contact known as Zavik, the separatists have gained control of an anti-air cannon or anti-air turret, and that's what we're going to have to deal with right here and right now. So yeah, let's get ourselves set up. Gonna pop an experience booster because why not? And that's gonna send us a brief moment unlocking all my titles. And then that saves me some room in my inventory. See the pets appearing here and now. There you go. So we just need to go to our pets here, deselect him. Is there anything here that's important for me to mention? Nope, I don't believe so. Okay, let's get ourselves away. I was to say we're in Dreliad village right now. We need to go into the village properly to destroy the remote control substations. There was 3 in total. So let's go do that. Oh, hello.
Stand by for examination and suggested product.
Medical droid, we might as well buy a few basic stims off you. These are better med packs as well.
You are fit for duty. Return to your post.
A basic skill stim increases your cunning by 8 for 60 minutes. It may not seem like much later on, but 8 for now is probably worthwhile investing in. Okay, we can't use cover unless we're targeting an enemy, that's right. We can use it out, but I'll show you the cover mechanics when we actually get into the village, which is just ahead. Right now, though, Sergeant Blythe may want a word.
Stand by a tick. HQ, this is forward recon. Do you copy? HQ! Blast. Thought I had him. You look like you know your way around a blaster. Want to be a hero?
Tell me what I can do.
Guns. And someone who knows how to use them. A crack separatist militia has taken over this village. So we're not talking dumb grunts and farmers. They've got experts in there with serious jamming equipment.
I suggest you start yelling really loud.
Look, I got a job that needs doing and I need help doing it. My mission is to deliver recon on this village, but I can't report anything through this interference. I need those separatist jammers neutralized. So if you're headed into the village anyway, maybe you can handle it for us. If you waste those separatist jammers, report back here. I'll see if I can requisition some equipment you could use.
So, some Republic forces here. They came on this Republic Walker. If you place a commando, this is actually where you start. Or a trooper, sorry. Ah, there's some Separatist forces that have appeared. And there you go. Here's some of the cover mechanics. When you're targeting an enemy, it kind of shows you an ideal cover position. And even if you're right back, it'll roll you into cover there. So. Just seeing if we can use Charge Burst while not in cover, because I didn't think you could. Oh, but you can. Maybe they've changed that. It used to be, I think, Charge Burst was a cover-only ability. We're going to be using cover hey, we leveled up already. We're going to be using cover a reasonable amount throughout our game. Not as much as if we were playing as a gunslinger, where a lot of their abilities require you to be in cover. But it's handy just to prevent a few shots from actually basically hitting you and dealing damage to yourself. So here's one of these signal jammers that the Republic forces have asked us to disable. And also we gain a bonus to defeat some separatist forces while we're here as well. And here's one of these remote control stations that Zavik wants us to deal with. So actually I'm going to use up a lot of my energy just to show off the whole energy recovery rate. Let's just keep using my charged bolts if I can. Ah, not so much. I think it's when it goes beyond below 60%, that's when it starts recovering slower than usual. Also, it tells you if you're in cover by the enemy. That little green shield appears. You see him trying to shoot me now. But say if the enemy was standing here, I wouldn't be in cover from them and they'd still be able to shoot me. Remote control stations are disabled. We just need to disable the targeting computer now, which is in this building. We'll just do the last thing for the Republic. We'll just disable the last signal jammer. Oh, you're targeting me as well, are you? Sorry about that, I just quickly muted myself, I was going to choke there. As you can tell by my voice. Oh, bloody hell, always a good start. Right, here's the Air Defense Control Station. I need to disable this if we ever want to fly again.
Captain, you there? It's Corso. We got trouble back at the hangar.
Is my ship all right?
For now, but maybe not much longer. Separatists are busting into the hangar. We're giving them a warm welcome, but we could use a hand. Skavik, get over here. Help me seal this hangar door. Skavik, what are you...
Okay, something's going on down there. Let's get ourselves back and find out. Actually, we gained level 2, didn't we? Ah, Blaster Whip, a new ability. Strikes the target with your weapon for 71 to 78 kinetic damage. Always a fun ability. Literally pistol whipping someone. There you go. Might as well buff the other player up there. On our way back to the hangar, we'll talk to the sergeant.
Glad you made it back in one piece. Me and my squad owe you one. Thanks to you, we're cutting through the Separatist interference. Be reporting back to base in no time. Here, a little something from our private stock. Watch your hide out there, hero.
Ah, he's giving us a blaster pistol. Which is slightly better than what we're using right now, so we'll take it. You can kind of tell what's better or worse by obviously the stat changes there. Red's bad, green's good. And it tells you all the different changes. So yeah, there's no reason not to take that blaster pistol. Let's get back to this hangar anyway and see what the situation is. Oh, there's Corso. Yes, we can level 3 from that. Hey Corso, you alright?
Feels like a Gundark used my skull as a drum. Thanks for saving my hide, Captain. Skavik helped those Separatists get in here. He stabbed us in the back.
That scum stole my ship!
He took all the weapons, too. He and the Separatists must have been planning this all along. Hang on. Where's Torchy? I don't believe this. Skavik stole my blaster. Torchy's a genuine blast tech, all 25 with magnetomic adhesion grip and side-mounted rangefinder. She's too good for Skavik.
I'm surprised Skavik didn't steal the whole hangar.
He's not getting away with this. Come on. Come on, pick up, blast you.
Oh, what's the matter, Corso? Did I hurt your feelings? Be thankful you're alive, kid.
Bring my ship back, and I'll consider forgiving you.
You know, this rest bucket handles like a drunken two-pack, but, I like it. You know the saying, right? Finders keepers. On behalf of Ord Mantell's glorious freedom fighters, I thank you for your blasters, your ship, and a big laugh. Have a nice day.
I think you're celebrating a little early.
It's no use. He cut the comm channel. He always was good at making an exit. Skavik stole my best blaster, but I guess it's not as bad as losing a whole starship. I feel for you, Captain. Listen, Skavik and I were working for a guy named Vito. When he finds out Skavik's a Separatist, he'll want revenge just like you. Do yourself a favor and go talk to Vito in Fort Garnick. I guarantee he'll help get your ship back.
Who exactly is this mysterious boss of yours? How can he help?
Vito is the king of cargo. There isn't a payload that comes to Ord Mantell that doesn't pass through him. Vito's a smart guy with connections everywhere. If anybody can find your ship, it's him. I have to lock down this hangar, but I'll send Vito a holo and tell him what's up. Fort Garnick isn't far from here. I'll see you and Vito there soon, Captain.
Goddamn Skavik. Hey, we gained level 4 as well. Let's have a look at this Skavik person then, shall we? Traitor, Scoundrel, Thief. These are a few of the many unpleasant words associated with the notorious con man Skavik. a rogue even in the galactic underworld he calls home. Skavik has double-crossed fellow criminals from Coruscant to Dantooine. His business partners are disposable assets, and friends are only a means to an end. Skavik's sole loyalty is to himself, and he'll take jobs from anyone if it will line his pockets with a few more credits. Brash, arrogant, and utterly without remorse, Skavik is long overdue for a takedown. The only question is, who has the guile and skill to outwit the man they call the Jackal of the Stars? We'll be meeting you later. Let's see, we leveled up twice there. Thermal grenades leveled up, charge burst leveled up, and we learned a new ability, Dirty Kick. Stuns the target for 4 seconds and deals a small amount of kinetic damage. Which we'll pop over here for the moment. Excellent. And this arm is slightly better than the one we just got given. So yeah, we'll get back outside. I'll park myself exactly where we started. And we will end this video here. I'm going to try and keep these videos between maybe 20 minutes to half an hour, depending on what's occurring. Obviously, if the storyline is quite important at the time, I might let it go over a little bit longer. But I would like to keep them somewhat short. And obviously, when I upload them to YouTube, it won't be as bad. But yeah, this of course is AnthWolf with Star Wars: The Old Republic, playing as Malcolm the Smuggler. Feel free to comment below if you so desire, let me know what you think, and I hope to see you for more next time as we continue the series. Until then, no. Bye bye now.